Ready or not, here I go. Is it Friday? Is it really? It's Friday already, December 8th. Cheers. Mmm. Lovely. I'm silly, ain't I? Just woke up, 8:30. Today is not a real busy day, but well, let me just go ahead and just see. Like I said, I just get up and turn on the camera. I don't write a script or plan things out. They're just sort of like, well, what's the latest thing to share? So I'll show some records. I was busy yesterday. Busy day yesterday. Good day with Hank. He is a humble man, and he's revealing his story, slowly, and I would dare say carefully, because I'm picking up that he has been screwed over a bunch of times in the music world and has been taken advantage of. He's a really nice man. He is. He was telling me the story yesterday about him. He was working with a local church, and then they got all sedity on him. You know what that means? It's like all of a sudden, just because of his background, things got weird. People started to be thinking about other things other than church, which is why I don't go to church, because so many phony people are there, and they're really there about the money and about power and status and all that shit, which he is not into. Matter of fact, I spotted his platinum album for Songs in the Key of Life. He doesn't, I have my awards in my living room on display proudly. This is not for anyone else to judge. This is my home. There's that blow up of the magazine cover that I made years ago. Proud to have that. If I had a platinum record, gold, not even a gold, a platinum album, yeah, that'd be on my wall. But he had it stashed behind the damn couch, and I spotted it and said, "Hey!" And then he talked about it, and a lot of what he had to say was, he said, "Man, it was hard, what I went through, what you go through, to achieve something like that." He's proud, and he says very proudly, "I'm the only horn player on a Stevie Wonder record to get a solo," which is why he got a platinum for that. I said, wow, that's cool. Even though they're just spray painted, but it's still cool, In other, excuse me, I'm just not just doing my thing. In other news, I was contacted by David Nance. I told you the David Nance band, David Nance group. He's calling the band Mode Sound now. This was his last album, Staunch Honey, that came out on Third Mind, Trouble in Mind Records. Well, I just heard from him that we're going to have a record release February 16th. We're going to have the record release show February 16th, which means apparently the record will be ready then. I'm not on this album, but I'm excited about being on the new album. It's on Third Man Records, Jack White's label. Yes, I say that proudly. It's an accomplishment. It is. We have already made a professional first video for the record. I don't know when they'll start showing that, but that was pretty cool. I mean, a professional shoot, not just somebody with their phone. It was fun. That's some stuff coming up, which I'm happy about. I'm happy to be in action. Expecting a visit from the producer of this film that I just did a role in. I'm supposed to be getting paid today, so that'll be nice. So when it comes to records, yesterday, like I said, was busy. I recorded Hank. Aaron Gum actually came over for a while to help us with some technical stuff. He's a wizard, you know. Computers really are very logical. Humans aren't. So when I watch someone who's good at computers because of experience, and I see how they have, you know, penetrated the logic of the computer, it's like, well, this is just, man, I wouldn't have never figured it out, but it's just so obvious now that I see you doing it. And we had a fun visit, you know. Aaron actually came over to Hank's with me visit. He met me over at Hank's for a while yesterday to help with some technical stuff. So apparently yesterday was the 50th anniversary of the release of this album, Yes's Tales from Topographic Oceans. And this is their album that gets the most guff and divides fans. I waited a long time to buy it because when I first heard it, I heard the one side that was pretty good. And then by the time you get to side 4, it's like, that's just too much. Only played one side of this last night, but I really enjoyed it. Interesting that some folks, several people in music groups, because I look up this morning, catching up on social media, I belong to several record collecting groups. Several people said they thought it was their best album. I cannot agree with that, but again, it's all opinion. And I love how one person said it. He said, ultimately, the value of this record comes down to the listener. It's what the listener experiences. And it was better. I had a better listening experience last night with it. I do think I'll be sharing some music here soon. It's flowing. So like yesterday, I get home and I'm doing... Okay, so I did play a couple of singles, but that made me go back into the studio. And I'm going to show. I was posting some records online, and I posted this single by Julian Cope from the Teardrop Explodes. Remember them? Planetary Sit-In, Every Girl Has Your Name is the A side. But I played the B side, and the B side has 2 songs, and the second song is called Torch. And just the way the production on it, simple, straight ahead, dun, 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 real straight ahead, but the production on it was like, I like the way Julian Cope has figured this out. You know, he produces his music well. And I could hear the elements, and I said, let me see. And sure enough, I'd play it now, but you wouldn't be able to hear the fidelity. But I got this big sound, simple melody line, but it was inspired by Julian Cope. So really having a lot of fun with that. This box here has some specific artists. My Beatles box has my Julian Cope singles. If I could do it all over again, I'd do it all over you. Teardrop Explodes is in there. My Reward, great song. This is my Beatles Yellow Magic Orchestra Sakamoto box. I'll show some of these. I don't know if anyone's interested, but I'll show. So I have this limited edition yellow vinyl 7-inch. I have the 12-inch yellow vinyl too, Firecracker Technopolis. this stuff grow on me because when I first heard Yellow Magic Orchestra, when I first heard this album, I didn't like it. I thought I didn't get the joke. I didn't know that it was an in joke about Martin Denny and Exotica and shit. It was their third album, BGM, that caught me. And then when I went back, X Infinity Multiplies, I like that now. And this is from that. Rydeen, this was a big hit for them over in Japan. Possibly in some other parts of the world, possibly. And then by the time they got to their album Technodelic, which this is from, Key and Taizo, fantastic album. It was so far ahead of the time and so daring that it only is slightly dated sounding now. It really has held up over the years. Here's another with that picture from the album Behind the Mask. Love this band. I won't show all these, okay? But what else is in the box besides Yellow Magic Orchestra? Well, so right behind YMO is the Sakamoto section for Sakamoto singles. Frontline is one I have. Then my Catherine Wheel 7 inches are in here. Most of their stuff I have on 12-inch. My Solituda. I didn't play anything last night, but I love this band. Balloon, great song. Here is a radio white label of Balloon. And it's a one-sided. Is it one-sided? Yeah, it's a one-sided. Not even a radio. I guess it is. This has got to be kind of hard to find. Broken Nose on green vinyl. And here's another one that's still sealed because I just I don't need to play it. Eat My Dust, You Insensitive Fuck with Black Metallic Live. Another one of those. I don't know the story behind this, but these are legitimate recordings. They're not bootlegs. It's not bootleg quality anyway. And then I Want to Touch You. This is the song that I first heard by them. Some people compare them to the Smithereens, and I'm saying the Smithereens just a little bit sound like Catherine Wheel, but not nearly as majestic and grand. I also have my House of Love singles in here. Guy Chadwick is back in action. I see on Facebook that he's playing shows again. Really glad I met him and saw them. Shine On. These are great pop songs. You Really Got a Hold on Me. Not the Kinks song. His song. Don't Know Why I Love You. To me, this is a classic of the 90s. A classic song. Again, another version of Shine On, limited edition. And then when they got back together, put out that album. They have a new album I still don't have. Baby Got Back on Its Feet. This is really good. And this, so good. The Girl with the Loneliest Eyes. These songs are almost like perfection. And the famous Beatles, well, it should be famous, House of Love song, The Beatles and the Stones. Should be famous. Then there's my Julian Cope section. The Julian Cope section, I love Julian Cope's work, and this is a good song. Again, a perfect example of his pop craftsmanship. I love this color. It's a hit. I mean, you listen to it, and you're listening to a hit that didn't hit. Beautiful Love. This is about the time that Island was deciding, we're spending too much money on this guy, we're going to dump him. East Easy Rider. Treason. Sunspots. World Shut Your Mouth. I know what I like. I'll keep going and then I'll stop. The next section is a small section in my box of Pink Floyd singles. I only have a few. And let me show the yeah, okay, this is legit because I have just one. I mocked up a cover for one of them. Okay, I only have a few Pink Floyd singles. Another Brick in the Wall. where the tigers broke free. This is, I think, folds out into a poster. Yeah. Here's one where I made the cover for it. I printed it up. It's a legitimate single, Money. The U.S. single for Money and Any Color You Like. But I went ahead and made the. I found one of the picture sleeves that I liked and made it for it. Okay, looks legitimate, doesn't it? I could lie and say, and you wouldn't know. I could show this and not tell you that I made it. You wouldn't know, would you? And then this, the oversized cover for this is in the jacket for their first album. But See Emily Play. They did a 200 gram vinyl reissue of this a few years ago for Record Store Day, and it's like a slab, 200 grams, pink vinyl. I mean, it's really fat and heavy. I have that. I was watching last night Vanetta Fields, I think it's her last name, backup singer who sang on with Pink Floyd and toured with them and sang on Shine On You Crazy Diamond. Really enjoyed listening to her honest appraisal of working with them. It was really pretty cool. You know, it was cool how she said, I didn't know who they were. You know, by the time I was done with them, I loved their music. And then this, High Hopes. I saw this tour for this album, the Division Bell. It was incredible. It was clear vinyl, and it comes with a poster. Yeah, it has the poster. There's my Pink Floyd singles, and then behind that is the final chapter, which is Beatles singles and individual singles. I don't have any rarities, really. I don't have any Beatles rarities because but here's some Nowhere Man. Here's A Hard Day's Night. Baby It's You. And is this made in Spain, I think? I think this is, made in France. From Me to You. So that's some of the Beatles stuff. There's some records for you, folks. And then the last thing I'll show, since we're in the season, the cover is trash. I might actually break down and tape this. You know, there's that attitude about taping record covers by purists. But this is gone. I'm probably going to tape the cover together. Happy Christmas on green vinyl. Okay, so folks, I hope you're all doing well. I'm going to keep it simple like this, and let's all just have a good day. Take care.